My name's Reese Hynes. I'm from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, and I am a transgender woman. The moment I realized that I was transgender, or I wasn't like other boys, I was 14 years old when I realized I learned about what transgender was, and it just all clicked and it all made so much sense to me, and I was like, that's like what I am. And it was probably about 14 when I decided. When I came out to my family, my sisters and my grandmother and my dad, they were all we were well aware that you weren't like other boys growing up, and they were completely okay with it. But the first person that I actually came out to was my mother, and she was disgusted when I had told her that, and it was probably one of the most heartbreaking things that had happened to me at the time, and I just didn't understand. And that's when my dad had actually overheard the phone conversation between me and my mother and came up to my room and just said, listen, is there anything that you want to tell me? If you can tell me right now, I'm here for you. And I just told him, I said, Dad, I'm a girl, I'm not a boy. Before I started high school, because I came out when I was in grade 9, the reaction I had from a lot of my fellow peers and classmates and just people in my neighborhood, it was really bad and negative. I was the only person like this in my area, and it just it was so it was just shocking to everybody, and everyone just treated me like an alien almost. People alienated me, and I would be walking down the street, and I'd have people walk by me walking their dogs, and people would just look at me with these disgusted looks on their faces. And before high school, I knew I just tried to convince myself okay, maybe I'm not transgender. I don't want to go into high school with long hair and wearing girls' clothes, and because I wanted to make it as easy as possible for me in high school. And right before grade 10, I shaved my head and threw out all my girls' clothes and started a whole new men's wardrobe all over again. I felt at first I was upset, I was hurt. I wanted to be accepted, just because I'm a human, I just wanted to be accepted by people, and I didn't want anything to change. People had liked me before, why couldn't they like me now still? But then as I grew, as I just went through discrimination and being just a victim of being ostracized, I just grew this hard shell on the outside, and just people's words and stares and looks and everything, it's just they would just bounce right off me, and I just stopped caring what anybody thought about me. About the gender on IDs, in my opinion, there shouldn't even have to be a gender on your ID, or there should be an N for neutral for people that are in between genders. At the moment, right, with me transitioning, I'm still technically physically male, but I'm transitioning to female, so I can't exactly have that F on my ID yet, so there should be another option for people like me to make it more fair for everybody. My thoughts on that full transition, of course, I think about it often, and there's nothing I'm more excited about than for my outside to reflect my inside. When I had found out that Nova Scotia and even Canada is going to be covering the sex reassignment surgery, I was ecstatic. It was a milestone for transgender people to be able to hear that and know that our government has our back. When people try to classify being transgender as a mental illness, it's almost disgusting. It's saying that being it's almost just saying it's putting a negative stigma on it, and it's just attaching with the word transgender. It's just attaching this negative image, and it's horrible, because it's not an illness, it's not a disease, it's just a part of being human. If I had a chance to tell people how it felt to be transgender, I would definitely just try to get them to imagine what it would be like to be in my situation, take walk a mile in my shoes type thing, and just be how you probably have felt insecure in your own body at some point in your life, how everybody has. Well, imagine feeling that every single day. I would just to let everyone know that being trans, it's just we're all human, we're all on this planet, we're all part of the same race, whether you're black, white, gay, trans, green, or blue. Like, we're all people and we shouldn't be treated differently because of it.